What's happening, YouTube? It's great to see you again in the 1+10 of M. It's Black Widow Day! Woo! Actually, it's the day after Black Widow Day, but I was too tired after work yesterday. I wanted to enjoy it fully awake, so I waited till this morning. Now, before we get started, a quick heads up, there are definitely going to be spoilers in this video, so continue at your own risk. It may end up actually being multiple videos as well, so I don't recommend watching any Black Widow reactions until you've actually seen the film. It's finally here, folks, the highly anticipated, greatly delayed, but apparently quite well received, Black Widow film has finally arrived. Now, early reactions to the film have been very positive, with favorable scores and Florence Pugh's character being a fan favorite. I'm usually a bit less excited when it comes to human heroes facing human issues. Personally, I prefer the off-world stuff or anything that really involves magic, but I've really been looking forward to Nat getting her own film since The Winter Soldier, so I do have my fingers crossed that we'll get something comparable here because that was a great movie. So, quick recap, we've got Kate Shortland, who's directing the film, and she's actually the first female in the MCU to have a solo directing credit, and while she doesn't have a huge amount of mainstream work, early interviews did suggest that Disney was very impressed with what she had proposed for the film. We've got 5 major characters and actors that have been heavily featured in the trailers, starting, of course, with the titular Black Widow, or Natasha Romanoff. She's being played by the one and only Scarlett Johansson, who was recently nominated for 2 Oscars in the same year in the same category, and she's only the 11th person to do so. So she's come a very long way from 8-legged freaks. Now, fun fact, a young Natasha is being played by Ever Anderson, who, you might not know the name, but she's actually the daughter of Mila Jovovich. Next, we've got Florence Pugh, and she's playing Yelena Belova, and I'm super excited for her. She's an incredibly talented actress. She recently did Midsummer and the remake of Little Women. She's also a member of the Thunderbolts team, and I'm really hoping we see that team set up in this film. Next, we have Rachel Weisz playing Melina Vostokov. Now, I personally don't know a whole lot about the character, and I'm actively avoiding spoilers, so I'm not going to Google it, but I have a feeling she's going to be one of my favorites. Don't judge me, but my favorite film of all time is actually The Mummy Returns, which was a huge part of my childhood growing up, so Rachel Weisz has a very special place in my heart. Next up is David Harbour, and he's known for playing Hopper in the Stranger Things series. He's going to be playing the Red Guardian. I'm not too familiar with that character either, but from what I understand, he's more or less a Soviet version of Captain America. Again, I'm not researching it. I don't want to see any spoilers. And finally, we've got an undisclosed actor playing Taskmaster, who appears to be the villain, or at the very least, a minor annoyance in the film. Since we don't know who's actually playing the character, there's been a ton of speculation suggesting either Melina, Clint Barton, and it was even believed for the longest time that O.T. Fegbenle was actually going to be playing the character. Now, you might know him as Luke from The Handmaid's Tale, but for some reason, just recently, the actor compared his character to Alfred Pennyworth from Batman, which doesn't really make sense, so we'll have to see who's under the mask. All right, I am so excited for this film. I want to jump right in, so here we go. She looks a lot like her mother. I want to say wow with the de-aging, but I don't know if it's de-aging, because I think Rachel Weisz just looks like that. Okay, fly the fucking plane is what I need you to do.
This room is your home now.
This is heavy for, like, holy shit. What the ass? Are you kidding me? Practical hair.
I don't want to do this.
Oh. The leg. Why? Stop.
This thing that you're doing with the arm and the hair. They're great poses, but it does look like you think everyone's looking at you like all the time.
All that.
God, I knew it. I knew you did. It's so cool, right? There's so much stuff in there. You wouldn't even know. I really don't know where the red one is, though. I'm sorry. I know.
Oh, I stashed that like 5 years ago.
It's dry.
What the
Is it your time of the month?
I don't get my period, dipshit. Yeah, that's what happens when the Red Room gives you an involuntary hysterectomy. They rip out all of your reproductive organs. They just get right in there, and they chop them all away. Well, I was about to talk about fallopian tubes. I don't think we have enough fuel for...
No, we're good. We'll make it.
Okay.
Did he talk to you about the, trading more stuff?
My great adversary in this theater of geopolitical conflict killed so many people. Your ledgers must be shielded.
I couldn't be more proud of you.
So your stupid glory days is the Crimson Dynamo.
If he corrects her. Oh my god. Oh, good god. I did not see that coming. I knew there was something up there, but I didn't think the red room was up there. Yep. Okay.
Elena, I completely demolished one of the... Going into a control
With the bones! The Sokovia Accords happened because of a giant thing falling from the sky. We're kind of here again, I feel. Like, very, very soon after, in fact.
Everybody good?
I am clearly injured.
We're closing in on the...
Don't worry. We're bringing her with us.
Damn it! Shit, I can't... Oh my god. Sorry, I'm gonna check for a post-credit scene. And then I'm gonna maybe patch myself up and, do a review. Oh, she got a dog. And look at her jacket. I hope it has lots of pockets. You go, girl, in your double plaid. Oh, there. Yes.
I'm allergic to the Midwest.
Okay, that was amazing. That was really, really good. I obviously try and pay attention as best I can. I like to jot down little, just random scribble notes, especially with the Marvel stuff, just to see if, you know, there's any connections. The hair. Iron Man 2, she had, like, these big, bouncy curls just cascading down her shoulders and her back. And it's just not practical when you're kicking ass and protecting against an alien invasion and, you know, all that shit. Now, this one, all of the women in this, they had their hair back or it was cut in a way that made sense. You can still fight, right? Like, and that was my problem with her character for several of the films. It was just like, that doesn't make sense. If you want to show off big bouncy curls or, you know, that sleek, pin straight, poker straight hair, that's fine. Send them to a fancy party, but it doesn't make sense to be, brushing your hair out of your face during an alien invasion. So well done. I have to do this later. I'm sorry. So I've had some time to digest the film. As you can tell, it was a bit overwhelming for me. I'm adopted and I do have a sister, so for me, that movie, that was really special. There were a lot of really touching moments that I could really relate to. Now, I feel like this movie was so heavy with the issues that it was dealing with. I mean, you had domestic violence and abuse, you had trafficking, you had women not being in control of their own bodies. Like this was heavier stuff that I don't think we've really seen from the MCU, to be perfectly honest. I feel like this might upset some people, and if it does, I'm sorry. It's just my own, personal opinion, but I feel like Captain Marvel, that's what I was expecting from Captain Marvel. Those were the issues that I was hoping it was going to tackle, and it really didn't for me. It didn't bring those issues to light and maybe I needed it right in my face like Black Widow, so be it. But for me, this was far superior. Really, really, the cast was amazing. I was a little hesitant with, at first, when we first met Red Guardian, I was kind of like, he's kind of a goofball. But over the course of the movie, you just love him. The villain, he was very intimidating. There was a scene where he went to hit Nat, and I myself, it was very heavy is a word that I keep using for it. One thing that I wasn't super crazy about was the accents. I felt like they weren't super consistent. I was a little confused by Melina's character because at the beginning of her introduction, she goes from Aunt Barb from Minnesota with the pigs to Russian Melina for the majority of her scenes. And then there's one scene, and I don't know if this was an error or something, but she goes to an English accent, which I've heard from Rachel Weisz, but we hadn't heard in this movie. And then she goes back to the Russian accent when she's meeting with Dreykov. Overall, really awesome movie. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm going to start doing movies. They're a little harder to do than TV shows, not going to lie. Now, I'm going to be doing a couple more movies. I want to do A Quiet Place 2, hopefully this weekend, so I should have that coming up soon as well. If you have any TV show recommendations, put them in the comment section below. If I haven't seen it, I may consider it for the channel. If I have, I won't. I'm not going to watch something again on camera. That's kind of weird. Before you go, please hit that like and subscribe button down below. You can subscribe to notifications and get updates for any new stuff that I'm putting out. Thanks again for joining me in the 1+10 of M. Bye.